Hi guys, I just got back from the 10-day vipassana course, and I thought I'll just share my experience with you guys. The people who are watching this have either applied for the 10-day course or planning to apply for the 10-day course. So I decided to take up the course because I had 10 days free, and luckily I got a place and I went for it. So the course is scheduled in such a way so you wake up at 4 in the morning. Yeah. 4:30 to 6:30 you meditate. 6:30 to around 7:15 is your breakfast. 7:15 to 8 you get to take a shower or just chill or go back to sleep. 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock again we meditate. 11 to 11:45 is lunchtime. 11:45 to 1 is rest. 1 to 5 again, that's a 4 hour period, is meditating again. 5 to 5:45 is dinner slash snacks. It's basically snacks, you don't get anything. So 15 minutes post that, so around 6 o'clock. 6 to 7 is another meditation session, and 7 to 8:30 is a video lecture. I think that's the most, like, after 12 13 hours of meditation, 10 hours of meditation, that 1.5 video lecture kind of like sobers you down. So 8:30 to 9 again, there's a small meditation session, and by 9:30 is lights out. So according to me, the first few days were quite difficult. For me, it was difficult throughout because I wasn't used to waking up early and sleeping early. So I didn't get much of sleep, but I think it's part of it. So the first 3 days is they make you concentrate just on your breathing. So your mind is just focused on breathing. The fourth day to the ninth day is when we learn vipassana. That's where we are aware of our body sensations, and we are taught to understand our body, look inward, understand our body. um, I think the most difficult part, I think, was facing yourself, because there's nowhere to run. You can't turn on your phone, watch TV, or watch a movie, meet your friends, talk. Very important, talk. So it gets difficult on a couple of days. Like the second day for me was pretty difficult because first I couldn't sleep, and the second, I think the fifth or the sixth day was again a little difficult because a lot of emotions kind of arise, and eventually you face it, or you just get away or go home or something like that, but eventually you face it, which is a good thing. Just stick on. Finally, the 10th day is just awesome. Tips and tricks. I don't know if it's tips and tricks, but I guess you guys will understand what I'm trying to say once you get there. But be prepared to sit for hours and hours and hours. So you choose your preference of seating, either sitting down, folded legs, or because you keep changing it again and again and again. I had an injured knee, so I had to sit on a chair, but even then it was quite difficult. So be prepared for that. I think that's one of the most difficult parts, because after a point, I think after the fourth day, once we start vipassana, the group sittings, you're not supposed to move. It's said that you can, but then it's you're training yourself to do that, so it's quite painful. The food is simple veg food. Um, Nothing very fancy. I think people who like roti and dal, rice, that type of food. It's good food. It's not like just vegetables. So it's good food. It's tasty food. So that's a good thing. It's tasty food. I don't think we have an option. So I guess it just becomes tasty. Be prepared that there's no dinner. So because the last meal is at 5 to 5:45, which is just some farsan and tea and probably a fruit. So we have to wake up at 4 in the morning and sleep pretty early. That's around 9:30. So my suggestion would be probably just try sleeping earlier before joining the course. So if you sleep at 12, I used to sleep at 12, 12:30. I couldn't sleep before that. Everything, the phone, watch a show or something like that. So I kind of didn't sleep early, so that caused problems sleeping there. So you guys could, try sleeping a little early, maybe one day 12, the next day 11:30. Try going to bed and not using the phone while on the bed. This is just a suggestion. I didn't get sleep. You guys probably might. So uh, just a week before, try sleeping early. So experience. This is one of the scary parts that I got on the second or I think the third day. I didn't sleep at all. I tried sleep. I slept. I hit the bed at around 9:30, and I was awake till the next morning 4 and 4:30. So I had to go and meditate. So I was meditating while I was sleeping because I thought that was the best way to do. Nothing else. I couldn't do anything else. So I spoke to the teacher, and he said it's fine. I think it happens to a lot of people, so don't freak out. I did. And I'm like, oh shit, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. Finally, the following day in the night I slept, so that was fine. But it happens, so it's nothing to be afraid of or freak out about. So you're not supposed to carry anything with you. No cell phones, no books, no writing pads, nothing, nothing. So I didn't carry anything, but I did carry a couple of biscuit packets because when I heard the dinner was at 5:15, I said no chance I'm gonna survive that. So I just carried it, but surprisingly I did not use them. It was just there. I think one day I did because I was really hungry, so I just had two biscuits. I carried Parle G. Yeah. So I don't think it should be a problem. But then you guys can just carry and keep it in a bag. No one checks your bag though. It's up to you, right? So one of the suggestions that I give is, but that I experienced is, um, try to attend all the meditation classes, even though it's so you have 3 hours in total in a day that it's compulsory that you go to the hall and meditate with the teacher. The rest of the time you can go back to your room and meditate, but I suggest even then you just sit in the hall, meditate, because once you go back to the room, your mind takes over and you just either you go to sleep or you don't do it seriously. So I think I missed 2 3 hours of classes in the morning because it's way too early in the morning and I just couldn't meditate. Otherwise I attended most of the classes, and it'll help because sitting in the room doesn't, because I tend, but personally I tend to go to sleep, so don't. One more tip, not a tip, but if you miss any classes, or if you miss meditating that particular hour, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up, because it happens. We're not used to it. We're used to everything else, but meditating is not. And for me, and meditating is not part of my daily routine. But yeah, it's amazing. After the 10th day, I came out with a lot of answers, I guess. I wasn't happy nor sad. It's quite neutral. Um, and it's been about 3 4 days since I'm back, and I just thought I'll just make this video. Um, Probably help people out or not. I don't know. Cheers.